Hey guys, so I want to give a shout out to Metal Jesus, Rock's MJR, for this little bit of inspiration, and as well as to a few others as well, for basically doing similar videos in recent weeks, if not months. I also got to give a shout out and congratulations to Metal Jesus for getting his theme song, his single that is, for his YouTube show on vinyl. Basically, it's small vinyl and all that, but still, congratulations on doing that. But one of the videos Metal did was looking at his entire PlayStation collection, which is worth over $300 something, $400 almost together. And it's over 300 something titles he's got most of. And it got me thinking, maybe I should do the same. Now these, just like his video, are my PlayStation 2 games. I do have some PlayStation 1 games as well. I got Space Jam, I've got Nitro, Monday Nitro that is, and WCW Mayhem, just to name a few. But these, again, are my PlayStation 2 ones. And these go along with the fact that I still own my original PlayStation, which is right where I could see it right now. And what's interesting about my original PlayStation is when I first got it, basically, many years ago, I got it at the Game Exchange across the street from where I was. And what was funny is this, well, not just funny, but what was funny and ironic is this actually came with the Internet port on the back. That's right, the Internet port on the back. So that way I could actually go online. And I actually attempted to do so a couple of times, mildly, if not very, very lowly successfully, but mildly to lowly successful ways. But I was still able to get online. And it was great. I even was able to do an online football game, if you will, with one of my games that I have here with somebody online. Like I said, it was very mild, very brief success. As I adjust the chair here for a second. There we go. Makes me feel like I'm a little low. But yeah, like I said, I ended up doing that, and like I said, it was very mild success that I had with it, if you will, to see if whether or not that still worked. And when I started playing it, and when I started finally using it, is when I first came back out here. And it worked. And like I said, it surprisingly worked still. It surprisingly still worked. And this was at a time when I think they were in their first full year of doing the PS3. So obviously online connectivity for the PS2 was still something going on. But anyway, with that said, along with a PS2, of course, you had the attractiveness of backwards compatibility with PS1 games, and the attractiveness of playing DVDs, which I've done both. And also you had the exclusive of PS2 games. Well, not just exclusive games, but games entirely. So, with that said, I have a pile of them right here. Let's take a look at them, shall we? The first one is a game that I got when I was out here. Now, I got this game because I noticed that my nephew had it, my oldest nephew, and that is, of course, Tekken 2, I believe. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try to raise it up a little bit better so you guys can see. There we go. But yeah, we have Tekken. Not Tekken 2, but Tekken Tag. This is one of the games that came out, and it was promoted heavily because of team combativeness, if you will. You could team together in tag matches and all that, as well as singles, which was pretty cool. Then, of course, one of the other games I got, of course, being a fan, I got this when I was still in Kansas. This is before they changed it entirely. We have SmackDown versus Raw 2006. That's right, we have SmackDown versus Raw 2006. And I still have, I think on my memory card, I still have the information for this on there. So I can actually play this and kind of go nostalgic, old school with it, if you know what I mean, when it comes to CAWs. So maybe I might look into that in the future. Then I have this. I have a GameCube copy, I believe. I think I do have a GameCube copy. I'm not really sure. But here I have Shadow the Hedgehog. That's right. I have Shadow the Hedgehog, which was a great addition to get into the collection. Really happy to have that. And it was hyped up as being one of the games that was a little bit more meant for the older fans, because it's got it's basically got the E10 rating right there. I think you can see it's got the E10 rating, almost close to T. And it's the only game that any Sonic characters ever swore in, which has Shadow saying "damn," if you know what I mean. Then next up, I also got a Wii version of this, but we have the PS2 version, Rampage Total Destruction. And this is basically a compilation of all. Well, it's not just a compliment. It's not just. Well, it's actually what it is. It's a new game. It's a new story, basically a new take on the story, but it's also got the classic games in there as well, including the classic Rampage game itself, right there. And it's fun to play, and it's still fun to play. So I ended up getting Rampage Total Destruction, which again, like I said, I have a Wii version of that. Then, of course, being a Sonic fan, got Sonic Riders. Never got a chance to get Sonic Free Riders, of course, because I never had a Connect. But from what I saw, from Angry Joe, it's kind of it's kind of understanding why maybe a lot of us kind of steered away from that game, from that sequel to Sonic Riders. But Sonic Riders on its own is a very fun game, so I really recommend you guys look into it if you haven't gotten already. Next up is my first game I got, one of the first games I got out here, which is SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW. That's right, this is when ECW first came back into being, and they decided to incorporate it into the series, and I got it at Blockbuster right there. That's where I got it from Blockbuster for that. It's pre-owned. So yeah, I ended up getting SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW. Was really happy to get that. And then I think the year before I left Kansas, I ended up getting SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. That's right, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, which is again a fun game, and if I ever felt like going back to it, I have the memory card with the information on it. Then I have this one. This was actually given to me as a Secret Santa gift. When I used to work at the Walmart in Lawrence, Kansas, I was on a loader, and one of the things we agreed to do was be Secret Santas. Do the Secret Santa thing, I should say. And one of the fellow unloaders, he ended up getting me, as the person he was going to give a gift to, and he ended up giving me this because I told him I have a PS2 and all that. He ended up giving me this. We have Resident Evil 4. That's right, Resident Evil 4. So how about that? So we have Resident Evil 4, which I've played a little bit of, and it's actually pretty good. The graphics in there, like the cinematic wise, looks great. Looks absolutely great. See, I got Resident Evil 4, and I don't know if this is this is the one where the girl, that Clara girl who thinks she's Aja Wong, turns into, goop or something like that. I don't know if that's the one or not. I have to look on YouTube. But yeah, I ended up getting Resident Evil 4, which is, again, cinematic-wise, the scenes look great. And then, of course, I ended up getting, as well, one of the other first games I got when I was out here, NCAA 08. That's right, NCAA 08. And inside, of course, is one of my PS1 games, which is Mayhem. Yeah, there's Mayhem right there, just like I told you I had. And then, of course, like I said, we have NCAA 08. And this was back at a time, just like the next one I'm going to show you, where they allowed you to create your teams. You didn't have to worry about going online to get logos and all that. They allowed you to create your teams with what they had there. And anytime they bring out sequels, they would always expand on like the creativity that was accessible to you. So I ended up getting NCAA 08, which was pretty good. And then alongside that, I also ended up getting Madden 07, and I want you to look at these things here. They both say online connectivity. These are the games, like I was mentioning, that I used the online thing thanks to the internet port that was already connected to my system when I got it. So I ended up playing a few Madden 07 games on there, along with I think some NCAA games as well. Then next up, have Mortal Kombat Deception. That's right, Mortal Kombat Deception. Mortal Kombat game, if you will, where they were trying. This was at a time where they were trying to come up with spin-off titles and stuff to really, reinvigorate the franchise until we ended up getting what we did now. So we have Mortal Kombat Deception. It's a fun game, especially if you just keep to the Mortal Kombat side of things. Then I ended up getting this. This is Sonic Mega Collection Plus. And basically the plus about it is it has 6 additional Sonic Game Gear game titles added to it, as well as the bonus features. Actually, one of the main selling points of the bonus features is you get to look at the comic covers. That's right, the comic covers of the Archie comic books, including the Princess Sally miniseries. That's kind of confirming that Sally is indeed a Sega character, as much as some people may not agree with that. And then, of course, last but not least, I have Sonic Heroes. I also have a GameCube version of this one as well. But yeah, we have Sonic Heroes, and I ended up getting this for $9.99, and it's a fun game. I think on both games, both versions that I have, the GameCube and this one, I'm pretty far in them. I'm pretty far along the game, almost done to completion. I just haven't completed it yet, because the further you get in the game, sometimes the harder it gets. But yeah, I have Sonic Heroes, and that, my friends, along with the little bonus of Mayhem in there as well, that pretty much, well, I don't think I should put that on. That's a PS1 game, but you get the idea. But that, my friends, pretty much wraps up my current PS2 game library. It's not a big library, I will say that. I mean, in fact, my PS4 library is a lot bigger than this one right now, I'll tell you that. But yeah, that wraps up the PS4 library of games that I have. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your thoughts are on each and every one of them. Which ones do you have, out of the collection that I have here that I've shown you? Which ones do you think is more replayable to get back on the PS2 and play? Overall, what are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Comment, like I said, comment in the comment section below. Go to patreon.com to support me at BW Roses at the $1, $3 tier. Also check me out at BW Roses on VENMO. Check me out there for any content you can't get anywhere else. As well as check me out at BW Roses Discussions on all your favorite audio podcast locations, except for Pandora. And if you are listening to me on Anchor.fm, you can also support me with listener support there as well. That has been activated. And also check me out at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2. But anyway, though, guys, like I said, that is my current up-to-date PS2 collection as of right now. And again, let me know what your thoughts are. And I am out. You all take care.